Quick message to all our viewers before we get started on today's video. It has come to our attention that over 90% of our regular viewers are not subscribed to the channel. We request you to please click the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can be notified when the next video from Mythology is out. The bigger the channel gets, the better the quality of videos that we do for you also gets. So please help us make some amazing videos by supporting the channel and clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Now over to the video. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Mythology with your host Nitin Nair. As our channel grows, we have been getting a lot of requests from our regular listeners who want to feature a lot more mythologies from their own regions or their culture into the mix. And please keep sending them to us because we are more than happy to hear from you and focus on those cultures that we have been requested. One of the most common requests that we have got recently is to focus a lot more on Fijian mythology or any other mythologies from the Atlantic and Pacific regions. And today we decided that let's go ahead, jump right in, talk about the Fijian god DEGEI or the creator god. In the mythology of the Fiji Islands, the serpent god DEGEI is regarded as the first and only living god that created humans. He is also the supreme god and is believed to be responsible for the creation of the islands itself. When people die, he decides where they go in the afterlife. The legend states that during the beginning of time, there was only one island, and it was an island that was floating somewhere near the edge of the world. The only living creature that was on the island was a hawk named Turukawa. According to the legend, DEGEI first established a settlement in Lautoka, which is a location where he named the village of Visese. Since Fiji doesn't have any snakes, the concept of a snake god DEGEI is quite strange to most researchers and explorers. However, his story is similar to that of Hindu mythology and the Kalia snake. While DEGEI is regarded as a good god, Kalia is regarded as a bad one. Despite the strange nature of the story, the serpent god is regarded as a good god in Fijian mythology. Although it is true that other snake gods are associated with evil the world over, the role of the serpent god in the mythology of Fiji was never changed despite influences from other cultures. DEGEI is depicted as a long snake with a ringed tail in his serpent form and also described as a tall dark man with dreadlocked hair in his human form. When DEGEI first started living alone with Turukawa, his companion, he had no idea that the hawk would ever leave him. One day, Turukawa went missing. Upon looking for her, DEGEI was disappointed to learn that the bird had chosen not to mate with him after finding another mate. The following day, DEGEI returned to the same location and discovered that Turukawa's nest had been filled with eggs. After saving these eggs, DEGEI nurtured them at his home. After a couple of weeks, the eggs revealed two tiny human bodies. Over time, he taught his humans how to fend for themselves using the crops he provided them. One of these is kawa, which is a type of plant and part of the common staple diet in these islands. After leading his people through the oceans, DEGEI took them to Buda, which was the first settlement in Fiji. However, the god didn't stay for long and instead went to the Nakavadra mountain range. The snake god was offered the first bowl of yakona, which is regarded as a sign of thanks and respect. The serpent god is responsible for the creation of world, fruits, and humans. When someone dies, he decides where they should go in the afterlife. Some of his choices are sent to the paradise Burotu, while others are thrown into a lake. Those who are sent to the bottom of the lake will eventually get punished or rewarded appropriately. It is believed that DEGEI was initially able to move about freely, and since then he has become the god of storms, earthquakes, and seasons. When rain falls, fruits and yam fields will produce an abundance of nutrients. DEGEI is a god of wrath as well, who punishes his people by destroying their crops or by floods. He has been living in the depths of the earth for so long that he can no longer resist hunger, and if he were to take over the world, he would consume it completely, like the falak. According to the legend, DEGEI is currently living in a cave near Uluda, which is the summit of the mountain. Since his descendants have become prosperous, he doesn't pay much attention to them. He also doesn't grow agitated as fast as he used to. When he grows powerful, the world experiences various types of disasters such as tsunamis and floods. In the Hindu story of Krishna versus Kaliya the snake, after Kaliya begged for forgiveness, Krishna agreed to let him live on one condition. Kaliya was told that he would leave the river and go to an island somewhere in the middle of the ocean, which was called Ramanaka Dweep. When Indians first came to Fiji, they believed it was Ramanaka Dweep. When the Hare Krishna movement or ISKCON started building their first temple in Fiji, they named it the Krishna Kaliya Temple. This is located in Lautoka. The temple is dedicated to Sri Krishna and features a statue of him dancing on Kaliya. As you can see, once again there is a mixture of cultures that has come about with the whole concept of the creator, the god, or a snake god, especially in Fijian mythology. One can argue that the entry of Indian mythology and the Kaliya the snake was much later when compared to the original stories of a creator god that existed in the islands. The fact that there are no snakes in Fiji also brings us the question as to how did the people imagine that there is a god with the shape of a serpent who created everything, but then there are no remnants of him or his descendants anywhere on the islands anymore. These are mysteries that come up every time we explore something new and some new mythology, which we continue to intend to do in the days to come. So until next time, please click like, subscribe, leave us a review or a comment or a rating, and help us grow this podcast and get it out there to as many people as possible. This is your host, Nitin Nair, signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.